So picture this, it's 2 a.m., you just got your baby to sleep in your arms, it's time to place them in the crib. So you carefully place your baby in the crib, and all of a sudden, I'm Dr. Candice. I'm your baby BFF. I am going to show you a technique to be able to put your baby to sleep in the crib once they're already sleeping and have them not wake up. So what I'm about to tell you actually is not a trick or a hack or one of those things that you'll see online. This is actually just science of how babies sleep, how they wake up, and we're going to use science to be able to help us put your baby to sleep successfully. So let's go ahead and get started. Why do babies wake up in the first place? Well, when you are placing your baby down to sleep, generally before that they had been feeding and they have contact with you, right? So I want you to think, not too long ago, they were just swimming around in the uterus, enjoying their life, and what was around them? The uterus, right? So the uterus was holding them in, and it was giving them that secure feeling that allowed them to feel secure, and that is what we are going to mimic today using science. Now, babies also have a reflex called the startle reflex. It is actually scientifically called the Moro reflex. You might notice it when you set your baby down, how they take their arms and they go like this, and they startle themselves and wake themselves up. That reflex actually also can contribute to them waking up when you lay them down in the crib. So what we're going to do today is I am going to show you how to minimize that startle reflex when you place your baby down once they're already sleeping, and also what to do to be able to walk away from the crib and keep them asleep. Okay, so let's get started. Imagine I'm sitting here and I am holding my baby, and my baby is ready to go to sleep. Now it's time to put my baby in the crib so that they can sleep safely. So what I am going to do is I am going to utilize a technique called containment. And this is something that we use in the NICU a lot. Really, we are trying to mimic the same sensation that a baby has when they're in the uterus. So let me show you what this looks like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my hand up here over my baby's head so that I can support the neck, and I am going to ensure that I have my other hand safely on their bottom so that I can place them down gently. So as I place my baby onto their safe sleeping surface, once their body is placed down on the sleeping surface, I am going to move my hand up, and I am going to put my hand over top of their hands and bring their hands together at their chest. The reason that I'm doing that is actually to mimic their normal tone and how an infant is designed to hold their hands. If you notice, most newborns are going to be bringing their hands central, and that is a normal newborn tone. It's very comfortable for them. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hands here. I'm going to just gently place my hand on top of their hands, and now I'm going to scoot my hand ever so gently out from underneath their head. Now, what you will notice my other hand doing is I actually am placing containment around the top of their head. If you notice, I am not patting them, I am not stroking the baby. What I am doing is I am very gently holding that hand on top of their head, and I am very gently holding that hand right over top of their arms. And what this does is this actually mimics that feeling of being held in the uterus, and it helps to calm your baby. So what I would do is really wait here a few minutes and then gently start to remove your hands, and then gently start to remove the other hand off of your head. So let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so I've laid my baby down. I'm doing my containment practices. Then I am going to remove this hand ever so slightly. Of course, this is a doll, so the baby's arms will move. But generally, your baby's arms, if they're sleeping, should stay still. I'm going to gently remove my hand off the top of the head, and there you go. Your baby should still be sleeping. Now, if you start to see your baby wiggle and move as soon as you remove your hands, go ahead and put your hands back there. And we're doing that containment practice. We're going to be very quiet. We're going to be very still. We are not going to be stroking our baby or patting. We're just going to very gently contain, wait till our baby settles again, and then gently go ahead and remove our hands. Shh, the baby's still sleeping. I hope that this is helpful for you, and thank you so much for coming today to the Baby BFF. I'm Dr. Candice, and I'll see you next time.